We're like we're like the Walmart specials of both of them.
That's like
We're on range with Matt Tran and Brandon. We're gonna run through some low round count drills. We know with ammo and everything going on right now, it's really hard to get the training in, but it's still vital that you get out and train outside of just dry fire. Dry fire can help you work your manipulations, but nothing replicates the actual reciprocation of a real gun. So Matt's gonna give us some drills we can do today. Brandon, I think, might have a couple. We're gonna run these guys through and then have some drills you guys can take out to the range and work on your own.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited to push this out to you guys. I got some pretty good stuff going. That way, you know, just like Jimmy was saying, you know, with how everything's going on nowadays, you know, ammo's, I mean, I got like $13,000 in my hand right here.
Yeah.
To include the mag, you
include
know?
the mag, yeah.
It's like, it's, you know, it's ridiculous. So for you guys, or for us to put this out for you guys to, you know, take home and do stuff with your own friends or your family or whatever it may be, you know, is perfect for me.
Awesome. Let me just note real quick, these are NP3 mags from TRIARC Systems that aren't even out yet. So Chris, I need some of these, sponsored by TRIARC, obviously. So
it is us.
Yeah. And then all the ammo, look at this box full of ammo. It's like, what, 30
More
grand?
mags,
30,
yeah.
30
At
grand
least
here?
30 grand.
All right, let's
Yep.
get out. We'll run some drills, and any targets or anything like that we use will be available on my website, jimsgoonlife.com. But let's get to shooting.
So basically, we're out here doing low round count drills. What I have set up here is just 2 targets about 7 yards. Would you say that's 7 yards, B-Rad G? Yeah, about 7 yards, right? 10 yards? I don't know. You'll count them. Yep.
Oh, that's 5, sir. You cheating?
Okay, 7 yards back here, right? 3x5 index cards in the head box. And what it is basically you take your timer, right? You set it on delay so that, you know, you can do it by yourself or do it with your friends, instant, whatever. Either way, the most important part that you want to do is you want to set a par time, okay? For me, I have a par time of 2 seconds because what it is we'll be doing is draw on the first buzzer, right? 1 headshot. Right, as soon as that headshot's complete, you're driving your head to the next target, keeping the gun on the first target, and like I said, driving your head to the next target. On that par time buzzer, you're driving the gun to your eyes, and then you're taking that next headshot on the second target. Basically, what this is working on is obviously transitions, head movement, getting your eyes to move, and then getting your hands to move where your eyes are. And then once you get a little bit of hang with that, you can do a little bit faster par times, and then by the end of it, you should be able to do it all in sequential order. Does that make sense? All right, it's gonna look like this.
Eyes and ears.
Going hot.
Can't go hot if you're already hot.
Ooh. All right, stand by. So I drove that. All right, it was a little high on the second target, but basically, if you guys rewind a little bit, you'll see that as soon as I was finished with my first shot, my head drove to the next target so that I can identify that second target. It's not about how fast you can get the shot off when you get there, it's just about getting there, okay? And then like I said, once you establish your comfortability, then you can start speeding it up a little bit more and then driving yourself to that next point. That way you can self-diagnose and see how you get from there. Brandon, you want to shoot?
Yeah, I'm down. Quite literally my first shots of the day.
Perfect. Let me get on this side. All right, do you understand the course of fire?
Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and do my follow through, and then on the buzzer,
Yep.
go ahead and move over.
Yep, and you want to emphasize driving that head to the target before the second buzzer. Does that make sense? Or
Yep.
at least your eyes.
Let's try it out.
Okay. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Low on both of
Yeah,
them.
low on both of them. You got the head movement down. You can do it again. All right. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Good, good. And it's all about driving your eyes and or head. You know what I mean? You want to be able to identify each target If you want, you can run it in reverse, right? So like you can start on this target or you can go to that target.
Let's try it.
All right.
I'm trying to keep my body directly in line in between
and you can emphasize, or we can emphasize body positioning in this as well, right? Like getting your body set up that way you can move on both targets. Obviously, like in a real life scenario, like you never know like what your body's gonna end up like. But if you can control it now, why not, right? All right, shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. That was good. Good. That was a 3-0. All right. Anybody else?
There you go.
Cool. Do you understand the course of fire?
Yep.
All right. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Okay. Try it again. That was good though. It was really good. Shooter ready. Stand by. So try, so you're here, right? And you're driving your body. Try just looking a little bit more. Try move those eyes just a little bit more. Your body movement's good, right? But I think that like you're trying to overcompensate the fact that like you don't see the target fast enough by driving your body a little bit harder. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Stand by. I'm watching your eyes. It was a little bit quicker. All right.
I'm using that steel target, that stand back there. I'm trying to use that as a reference point. One thing I picked up from the Grandmaster himself was focus on how far I need to start slowing down.
Yep.
So go as fast as I fucking can from one point to the next. But right before that, give it a good gap. Try to figure out what your mental. This is when you're gaming it in a match or whatever. But try to give yourself that gap of where do I need to cognitively start slowing down in my process from going from point A to point B. So if it's 0 and 100, maybe at the 80 mark or the 75 mark, I start slowing it down. Try to figure out what that actually is, and it works out well here because you got that big old steel stand that I can use as a reference point.
Exactly. Calvin. All right, see you, bro. You understand the course of fire?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shooter ready.
Yes.
Stand by. Good. That was really good. Good. One more time. Shooter ready. Stand by. Good. You're a little bit faster on that one. Let me set this part time real quick to instant. All right, cool. All right, we'll do it again. Ready? Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Okay.
Oh, it didn't beep.
No, yeah, I didn't. Hold on.
So our accuracy on the second target is definitely a little lower because we're rushing it.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to count this. I'm going to cut this exercise in half if you don't mind. And personally, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come up on target and hang out and wait for the beep.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm going to draw and I'm present. And then whenever you feel like you're ready, give me a beep. And on that beep, I'm going to go over.
Okay.
So here we
All
go.
right. So if it gives you a second beep, don't worry
give
about
me
it.
a threat and then give me a beep once you think I'm ready.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Threat. Good.
Cutting on the bottom edge. Give me one more.
Yep. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Good. Good.
What's that time looking like?
107, right?
So a 107 from eyes and dot on target to this one, and I'm at 7 yards, and that's about a 10-foot gap of driving at a 45-degree angle. And I mean that's hits, but it could be faster.
Could be faster, but at the end of the day, it's hits, right? All right. So this next drill is it's a basic lateral movement drill where we'll be moving from one position to the next. And what we're going to emphasize here, or what I'm going to emphasize here, is getting the gun up before you get into position. So much like Brandon was talking about finding that area where you're that 80% or 70% where you're slowing down before you get on the target. It's the same concept, right? So when you're moving from a lateral position, you're going back and forth, breaking it down to that 80% before you get to that position that you're getting to, so that way you can get the gun up quicker. Is what we're going to focus on a little bit more. So we'll move back here a little bit. I'll move these. No, you're good. You can keep it there. All right.
Gotcha. You need a time? Do you need a part-time?
No part-time.
I gotcha.
So basically what it is on the buzzer, draw, fire 2, right? We're gonna be aiming for like the upper thoracic area of the target. And then once those 2 rounds are finished, driving to the next barrel, right? 2 rounds upper thoracic area, and then coming back, right?
Ready?
Shooter ready. Stand by.
All right.
So last shot in 8.87. So 8 seconds with about a 15-foot gap. Granted, we are working with the worst environment possible.
Which you got to work with what you got, right? But like I said, I wanted to highlight entering and exiting those positions where you're getting the gun up, right? As you're getting in that position, that way you're not stopping. You know, if you're coming into a position, you're not stopping, planting your feet, and then getting the gun up. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big believer that being a little bit quicker on the gun is where you're going to save your own life or somebody else's life, right? If you're trying to worry about body position too much, could cost you milliseconds, which in a gunfight, everybody knows, angles and milliseconds is death. So
we used to talk about that huge out here, but with this ground,
yeah,
it's
dude,
absolutely
I
impossible.
remember last range day we were out here, Average Joe's, I was like, me and Mojo were out here dying.
Sliding everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Does somebody else want to run it?
Yeah, I'll run it. If you can give me a time.
Yep, I got you.
The things that I'll focus on though is trying to keep the head up throughout the movement, because I think a lot of people, they start gaming shit and you'll see them run and they're just oblivious to everything that's around them. So I'm gonna try to keep the head up, keep eyes on target. And like you said, coming into the position, I'm gonna try to use the legs to slow down.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
I threw one. There's the makeup.
There it is. That was good though. I could tell that like you were identifying the fact that you needed to slow down and at what point you needed to slow down. You know what I mean?
It's hard to put the brakes
It's hard to put the
out
brakes
here.
on this, but like I said, you got to work with what you got and say like you're in an environment where it's just like this, say snowy, muddy, wet, whatever. You have to work with that environment, right? So much like this stuff, you know, we got to identify. Okay, I can't push it too much as hard as I want to because the ground itself, I mean, the environment that we're in is just, you know, it's deadly. All right, Ren.
Was it?
All right, you understand the quick fire.
Yes, sir.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Good. Did you like identify where you needed to like how much you needed to slow down?
Yeah,
where
so I
you needed to
actually
slow
used
down?
Brandon's cheat code here where he was sweeping the ground. And I started coming into here, and as I entered, being able to plant my feet
Oh, he's
there.
actually got cleats on the bottom of his Vans. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Special edition.
Down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
Okay.
Calvin?
Start select at the end, or?
For those that are gaming it though and doing like the USPSA and getting ready for matches and everything, the solid thing would be to add your little, take the sticks from the outrights,
And then
make your little box.
do the lean out or something like that. Yeah.
Focus on getting those toes in the box.
Yeah.
All right, he's out here with a race gun.
Don't look. It's my first time shooting.
All right, shooter ready.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Power slide. Come on, Calvin.
Get it up. Get it up. Get up.
I thought you were gonna hit with the USPSA shooter, the lean.
He did do the slide like Brandon and I were just talking about. So I mean, hey, it's a drill for everybody, to be honest with you. It's what you want to get out of it, and it's what you're I guess geared towards when it comes to this industry, in this realm of shooting, right? If you're just doing this for, you know, USPSA stuff, then you're going to focus a little bit more on getting to that position as quick as you possibly can, and then obviously breaking it down. And if you have to do a lean out or a slide or whatever to slow yourself down, that's what you're going to do. When it comes to like just like law enforcement or, you know, self-defense type stuff, you're going to be, you know, focused a little bit more on getting to the position as fast as you can, but doing it in a way that you're going to be safe, but getting on the gun as quick as you can. So, do we have?
Are we running more exercises?
Yeah, I'm good on mine for now. If you want to.
Yeah, let's put one up. You guys want to run that? Hey, let's run Nick's exercise that's coming up.
Cool.
This video is going to come out after Nick's exercise, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta take off.
Now I'm getting secret information.
You coming to lunch?
No, he's
I gotta catch my
going
flight.
Oh, you're heading out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good to see you.
Leaving?
Jeff, Jeff, for those who don't know, you gonna tell them who you are?
My name's Jeff from LAS Concealment. Makes damn good holsters. Check us out.
Yeah. Where can they get your holsters?
LASconcealment.com.
He's also Asian.
Oh yeah,
You didn't
Asian
notice.
and Jim's Goon Life. Or Goon's Life is a discount code, so check it out.
Yeah. Link down below.
All right, so you weren't here yesterday.
Right.
So spoiler alert, this is actually Nick's exercise. And Nick, if you're watching this, we went ahead and made your fancy targets. Orient you to the target is you have a 5.5 inch circle on the bottom that has a 3 in it. You have a 4 inch circle that has a 2 in it, and then you have a 2.25 inch circle that has a 1 in it. We wanted to do something that was like a cadence exercise, but also a recoil management exercise that focused on riding the recoil up. But then, you know, Nick and all of us kind of decided, let's go ahead and mix it up a little, make it a little more challenging. So it's actually kind of like an opposite of a zipper drill. You're going to put, we're at the buzzer, 7 yards, 3 in the 3, 2 in the 2, 1 in the 1. And then what's cool, and people at home in internet land, you can have a buddy who does either unknown round count exercises, puts in a failure, maybe even gives you a shot cadence like 1, 3, 2, so you mix it up however you want to do it. Hell, you could even put these targets however you want to, diagonally, upside down. It's whatever you want to do, but what I described, the 3, 2, 1, is how we're going to run the monthly challenge. So focusing on recoil management, it's starting off with the 3 right out of the bat, so you can kind of come out of the holster and go up, hammer down and get some rounds on range, and then focus in as you go.
I got it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Oh shit. That's my bad.
Whoa! Whoa!
Gotcha.
Glad I was standing by.
Sorry, dude. I got a fat finger. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
I dropped the
Low
1.
2. Yep.
I dropped the 1 and out of 3. Let's run it again.
Yeah. Run that again. Run it. Ready. Shooter ready. Stand by.
There it is.
High
Oh, a little
on
high
2.
right there.
But it was good.
See, this is what happens when I come
It
out
was good cadence.
and I don't do my warm-up exercise prior to shooting. You always gotta do a
Yeah,
warm-up
you got to do a
exercise.
warm up.
I'm counting this as my warm-up. So 6 rounds. Kind of makes sense. Yeah.
There's at least 6 in there. All right.
Shoot ready.
No. Yes.
Stand by.
High on the 1.
Yep, high on the 1.
Okay, let's run it again.
I'm gonna slow mine down on the next one I run. I'm gonna go for 100% accuracy.
Okay.
Just slow it down. Shoot ready. Stand by. And you're sitting at 4 seconds. Stand by. There you go. 371 cutters count. Yesterday when we were running it, part-time there. Yesterday when we were running it, it was sub 4s, but of course we were all well warmed up and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wanna run it?
we had gotten in like 17 gunfights before.
Yeah.
Simunitions or airsoft or
real
what?
gunfights.
Set yourself a baseline and then speed it up from there. Try to go for 5 seconds. What he just did was 3-8. Try to go for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Stand by. Yep. There you go. Who taught you to rack a slide like that?
You?
I never taught you to rack a slide like that. I am the anti of that. That was
Exposed.
That was 7 seconds with
bleep
some
that
sort
out.
of an immediate action. Did you not have ammo in that?
No.
You ran out?
Yeah.
So you had to do a reload? Yeah, I got you.
Hey, there's a teaching point here. So what would be the proper way? What would your be?
So you want to kick it down the rabbit hole for a second?
Instead of coming over the top and
So without going down the rabbit hole, let me just talk about why I don't like, and the proper way isn't to charge a weapon forward of the ejection port and to kick it sideways. There's this thing on this earth called gravity. We've been studying it for about a few 100,000 years. It's called gravity. When you drop something, it goes down. So if I am, let's go ahead and drop this mag out, and I got one in the chamber. I do have a live round in here, but for whatever reason, if I try to do my immediate action exercise by tapping the mag and then bringing this way, if you half-ass it, which a lot of people do, or if you're a brand new shooter and you see people do this looks really fucking sexy on Instagram, but what does gravity tend to do? It tends to keep things in there. So if you don't actually forcibly really rack that, you're gonna have a problem. Your stuck case or your seized case, or maybe even you just actually have a live round in there and you just do this half-ass thing where you're gonna like find one of these numbers and then you got the mag in there and that round's gonna get stuck on there. Like, also there's a lot less power here. I'm not grabbing the slide with anything. So really just go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. Come up on your tap, come up on your rack, and really like actually pull this motherfucker so you actually get a really good ejection, because the more force you put on it, the more it's gonna go out. Also, if you think about it from a gaming standpoint, like if I'm shooting a match or I just need to get this gun up fast as fuck, think about economy of motion. So if I have to continuously come up here, now I've twisted the gun once, now I've twisted the gun twice, now I've done a half-ass rack, maybe I caused a stovepipe, maybe I didn't cause a jam because, again, gravity, like we already talked. Now I gotta rotate the gun back around. Just keep the gun straight up and down, do what you gotta do.
okay.
It's a lot more fluid in terms of economy of motion versus this whole like bullshit that you see people doing on the internet.
I don't want to smack my dot. It's all expensive.
Wait, hold on. You dropped $1.
Oh yeah, I did drop $1.
Dibs. Okay, I have ammo now, so I'm ready.
Oh, shooter is ready. Stand by. A little low on the 1, and I think you dropped one on the 3.
Yeah, a little.
But again, you're shooting for 370. So for those of you at home, speed is cool, but let's go ahead and no matter what, let's see what our baseline time is for going for 100% accuracy. 100% accuracy.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. That was a 5.01. Right, so that'd be your baseline.
That'd be my baseline.
And that's, you drive it from here, right?
Yep.
Because shooting's a little bit like, here, hold on. Shooting's, about self-diagnosing, right? Because a lot of us, we go out and we shoot by ourselves sometimes. And it's about going out and building that baseline so that you can work off of that, because like I said, if you can't self-diagnose yourself when it comes to shooting, or pretty much any skill set or anything that you do, you're never going to get good at it because you're not going to identify what you're bad at, right?
I also found in that one, did you see that massive like trigger freeze?
Yeah, I did.
There was a massive
See,
trigger freeze.
and that's a
in there.
learning point, right? And he identified
But
it.
that's also because these are we came out here, we didn't warm up. We came out here, we started shooting this stuff, and I haven't warmed up, I haven't really gotten into the fluid of the day, and I do find that the very first beginning of the day, I always do find myself trying to pin the trigger. I have a difficulty because that's the way I learned, 10, 15 years ago when I started shooting, pinning the trigger and doing it. Many of you at home are talking about riding the wall and finding your reset. If you're a new shooter, that's cool. Study that. Figure out how the gun actually works. But I have a hard time when I come out and I start shooting for the day. I do find myself in faster performance exercises wanting to pin the trigger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, just warm up, get out of your head, stop being so tense, actually go through proper trigger press, get fluid on the trigger. So that one I felt kind of
teaching
stuck on the
point to
trigger.
that though, right? So a way you can get rid of that is dry fire, right? So for me, what I do at home, right, is I'll depress the trigger and then I'll send the slide back, right? I'm doing it under here so you guys can see, but I'll send the slide back. But as soon as I do, I'll let go of the trigger, right? So, right, I'm off the trigger and back on the wall. And that's just me sitting on the couch just like all day, right? Cool. All right, shooter ready.
Yeah.
Stand by. Good. And that was a 394.
And that was 100%.
That was 100% all hits in.
But it's once I start getting warmed up and my finger stops being so
weird,
static.
Yeah.
Start having better days.
All right. Shooter ready. Stand by. You were low. All of them? All of them.
Okay. I think you force, because this is one of those really good things about mixed exercise here, is that when you ride, so talk about riding the recoil up. So I'm gonna go ahead and place 3 on the bottom circle, and I'm gonna ride the recoil of the last shot. I'm not gonna do a follow through on that 3rd shot. I really shouldn't, because we're talking about 3 shots in the same place. I ride the recoil of that gun up, and I make my 2 hits in the 2. Very easy to probably go a little bit high. You can see that we do have a good group, and it is what?
High.
It is high, but it's all in, but it is high. So ride the recoil up, maybe you go a little too high, don't go too high, make your 2 hits in the 2, and then you actually have to, on that 2nd shot, force yourself back down to the 1. And if you overcompensate like you did, probably, that's why that shot is so low. So just work on riding the recoil, and actually this is a really good recoil management exercise, I think.
Yep.
Not just for your stereotypical buzzword recoil management, like during a bill drill, but like actually moving the gun during recoil, both up and down.
Want to run it again?
I'm good. No, bro, come on.
Get your ass up here, dude. All right. Shooter ready.
Boycott OMG tacos. No. If you're in Dallas, OMG tacos.
Stand by.
Just a hair low, like an inch low.
Yep. It was better though. It was better.
Thank you.
Cadence was smooth.
Yeah, it was. And that's what's good about this too is building that cadence so that you know when to drive the gun, right? So it's like that 1, 2, 3 up, 2, or 1, 2 down 1. Right?
So one thing we are talking about, and this is probably for the people at home too, is to talk about low round count exercises and getting something out of it. You got 1 round in the chamber, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is if you are going to the range with your buddies, you can exponentially increase your training value by putting in more variables to the equation. What I mean by that is things like working reloads, and the biggest thing is not really doing an expected reloads. This is 6 rounds, 1. Not really doing expected reloads, but try to actually force yourself to get in the habit of picking up physical cues on the gun. So if you have a buddy, you can do an unknown round count exercise within the exercises that you already you've already been running, therefore forcing your buddies to maybe pick up on the physical cues of the gun with an unexpected reload, and get one more little
picking up my dollars.
This is your oh shit mag. One more little nugget of training value, especially with like exercise like the bill drill or something like this, where it is like good cadence. Like feel what the slide does in that cadence. So unknown round count. Okay.
All right. You understand the course of fire? Kind of, because
allegedly
I mean, you understand what you're supposed to do versus what you have.
Yep.
All right. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
I had to make up that 2.
You also threw 2 with the 3.
Two.
So you're 1 round short.
It's all good. It was good though.
Yes.
So basically, I hope some of these drills you guys will take home and perform yourself. Like we said, this is a low count or low round count kind of day where, obviously with everything that's going on and ammo being expensive for like $5 a round or whatever it may be, you guys have to get as much out of it as you possibly can. So being able to establish, like we were talking about it, establish your deficiencies in the most efficient way when it comes to the round count itself is more important to me, I would say, in the given days. And then you could get in stuff like, I think honestly I hated the 1R1 type thing, but now it's like, well, how else am I supposed to fucking work that type of shit without having to drop fucking $20 on a whole magazine, you know what I mean? So
the whole one reload one thing is great for learning the mechanics.
Yeah,
and the
which you can do in
reload.
dry fire, right? You can do that in dry fire. But I mean, if that's something you guys want to do, at least make the most out of it, where you're, you know, doing a one reload one, but there's a transition, like a target transition in between on a smaller target,
Or at
something
least
like that.
one reload, 2 or 3.
Yeah, something. I don't know. But either way, these were just some drills that we came up with that maybe that you guys could take home and try to do your guys yourselves, or tweak it like we did with your drill, where we were taking rounds out of people's magazines to work that reload or work that malfunction, whatever it may be for you guys.
Go
Just
fast,
happy to-
don't suck.
Just happy to be here.
All right, well, we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, so hold on. Go back.
That's like the perfect start.
Yeah.
Got the certified 2 sexiest men in the industry. Right here.
Don't look at us.
Actually, these two right here.
Don't look at us.
Yeah, those guys suck, dude.
We're that. That's him. So
We're like we're like the Walmart specials of both of them.
That's actually, that's actually
versus
the guy who tells you not to worry about.
That's actually pretty fuck.
don't look over
Take a
here.
group photo and be like, all right, we're out here filming with the stunt double.
That's like what they used to say about you and JT, but it's like me next to you and Calvin next.
They still say there's this one chick that knows JT and I over at QT that we always go to, and I was there yesterday getting them on. She goes, "Do you have a brother that works with you?" I was like,
Oh.
"Nah, I know who you're talking to." She goes, "Yeah, he looks just like you. He's just like 20 pounds lighter." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, thanks. Yeah, but then did you hit her with this? Like 20 pounds lighter, this region, skada. You know what I mean?
We're doing sprints.
Sprints. Hey,
I didn't know Jimmy
you guys
was
want to
in
do the
charge of
pacer
this.
test?